This is the story of a girl. She likes tattoos. One day she made demon tattoo on her hand, and that was the biggest mistake of her life. The demon tattoos, some marks, don't just decorate the body, they take over. Before starting the video, if you are a fan of horror and mysterious stories, then this is the place where you can watch horror and mysterious video. Let's start the video. New York City, nighttime. The moon was hidden behind clouds. Drizzle fell over the empty streets, and here and there a weak street light flickered in the mist. Alina, 20 years old, beautiful, stylish, stood by her apartment window, watching the rain. She had an unusual obsession: tattoos. Her arms were already decorated with colorful designs, but tonight she wanted something different. Something dark. Something that would make people shiver at first glance. She picked up her phone and searched. Best dark tattoo artist in NYC. One name appeared again and again: the Black Needle. There were only a few reviews, but they were strange. Name appeared again and again: the Black Needle. There were only a few reviews, but they were strange. Once you get a tattoo here, it becomes part of you, literally. She's not human. Alina smiled faintly, assuming it was just exaggerated gossip. She saved the address and left for the shop at 8 p.m. The shop's atmosphere. The shop was in a narrow, deserted alley. Every surrounding window was shut, and no light spilled from the buildings. A broken signboard swung gently in the damp wind: the Black Needle. As soon as Alina pushed open the glass door, a wave of cold air brushed her face. Dim yellow lights glowed faintly inside. Horrifying designs covered the walls: skulls, strange symbols, and demonic faces that seemed to stare right through her. She was still taking in the eerie surroundings when slow footsteps echoed from behind a curtain. The tattoo artist appeared. The tattoo artist's appearance: tall, dressed in a long black leather coat, with a deep hood over her head. Her face, neck, and hands were covered in intricate tattoos. Most disturbing of all, her eyes, jet black, scara tattooed, so that not a trace of white remained. With each step she took, the air in the shop felt heavier, as if oxygen itself was draining away. Without smiling, she asked, "What tattoo do you want?" Alina answered steadily, "I want a demon's face, on my wrist." The artist stared at her for a moment, then spoke in a low voice. "Think carefully. This is no ordinary tattoo." Alina gave a small laugh. "I don't need to think. Just do it." The tattoo process. She sat on the chair. The artist pulled out a bottle of black ink. Its smell was strange, like a mix of hot metal and burnt wood. As the needle pierced her skin, Alina felt a sharp, burning sting, far more intense than any tattoo before. This hurts more than usual," she exclaimed. The artist replied calmly, "Some pain must be endured." Minutes later, the tattoo was complete: a terrifying demon's face, deep eyes, lips twisted into a sinister grin. "It will heal completely by tomorrow," the artist said. Alina paid and left for home. The first night, by night, the rain had stopped. She lay in bed, drifting towards sleep, when her eyes opened suddenly. A faint chill filled the room. She glanced at her wrist and froze. The tattoo's eyes were blinking. Her breath caught in her throat. The next second, it looked completely normal again. "Just my imagination," she muttered, turning over to sleep. The next night, it happened again, but this time, the entire face seemed to twitch, as if something was crawling beneath her skin. Goosebumps prickled across her arms. She rushed to the bathroom, scrubbing her wrist furiously, but the tattoo felt embedded deep into her flesh. Over the following days, things worsened. The tattoo would appear in different places: her forearm, her shoulder, near her neck. Sometimes in the mirror, she'd notice a new expression on its face, a wider smile or a sharper glare. On the fifth night, she dreamt someone was whispering into her ear, "You belong to me now." Suddenly, her body felt paralyzed, her breath slowing. She woke to find herself lying on the floor, black smoke like tendrils crawling from her wrist, wrapping around her arm and neck. She tried to scream, but no sound escaped her throat. The next morning, she went back to the shop, but it was locked tight. Inside was total darkness, as if the place had never existed. Desperate, Alina searched online and found an old article. It claimed the tattoo artist was actually a black magician who infused dark magic into her ink, marking young women with demonic symbols to control their minds and bodies. Once the possession was complete, the victim would lose all free will and become her obedient servant. Alina knew if she didn't fight now, she'd be lost forever. She went to a church and told the father everything. He prepared holy water and began a ritual that night. At midnight, as he recited sacred verses, the demon's face on her wrist began to twist violently, black liquid bleeding from its eyes. Alina's body convulsed, and she collapsed. The father sprinkled holy water, his voice steady in prayer. The room echoed with screams, but they weren't Alina's. With the final verse, the tattoo skin split open, releasing a cloud of black smoke that vanished into nothing. Alina fell unconscious. When she awoke, only a faint scar remained on her wrist. She knew she had one, but deep inside, she also knew. Demonic ink always finds a way back. After that, Alina tried to find the tattoo artist again, but she was nowhere to be found. It was said that whenever someone discovered her secret, she would vanish from that place without a trace. Many others had been victims of her magic, just like Alina, and they all said the same thing: that woman was not human. She only pretended to be human to hunt.